clock. We've got our first two moves in the room. Our first move is a rotational jack with a knee to elbow tuck. So you're gonna be in kind of your wide stance, squat, and then cross over, and then when you come back, the same knee that you cross, or the same leg that you cross to the front is gonna go knee to elbow. And then here, over, knee to elbow, here, over, knee to elbow. So it's kind of a thinker one. You gotta take a second, because whatever leg came in front, when you go back, that's the knee that comes up to the opposite elbow. Over, opposite knee to elbow, okay? So start out a little slow, work your way up to speed. So you've got 12 total of those. You're alternating, obviously, the side. The second move in the room is a Bulgarian split squat into a single leg deadlift, okay? So you're here. When you do these, you don't want to be too far out from where your foot is sitting. And you want to think of it as more of a, you're not necessarily sitting down, but you want to think of pushing this back leg, pushing this knee back. So it will naturally move your leg, your front leg, in the right pattern so that your knee stays behind your toe. So you're here, okay? And then you're gonna be here. And then that comes up, or that kettlebell comes up, and you deadlift up, back into this position, okay? And then a squat, and then that leg comes up, you're in a single leg, and then you go back down to that toe. Does that make sense? Okay? And then you'll switch. The number's on the board in there. So you'll switch sides, okay? Again, not too far out. Thinking of pushing that knee back as you go down, and then it comes up, and you deadlift back straight, okay? And start that squat again. So you've got those two moves in here. Then you come out here for a plate-weighted bear crawl. So I always say I really like these because you get such immediate feedback from the plate as you're doing this that tells you what your body's doing. So you're gonna get this plate kind of in the middle, sitting in that middle part of your back. You're gonna come up into that tabletop position, and as you bear crawl, going forward, you wanna keep those hips nice and stable. Think of knee to elbow, okay? And you should be able to keep that plate pretty stable. So you obviously need to go a little slower, okay? Your moves need to be a little smaller. Where people go wrong with these is they take really huge steps. Small, controlled steps keep that plate nice and stable. So you're gonna go 12 forward and then 12 back. Once you finish that, you have a split stance kettlebell bent over row. So you're in your split stance. If your right foot is forward, that kettlebell is gonna be in your left hand, and you're going to hinge back into that hip socket, okay, and bend over, keeping that chest open and up so that back is nice and flat, and then you're gonna row, okay? So you're here, and you can bring that hand down, kind of reach a little bit towards the ground to get some good rotation, and you're gonna do 8 to 10 on each side. So then obviously when that kettlebell goes into my right hand, my left foot is now forward, the weight is going through the heel of that leg, and I'm gonna row, okay? So I'm here for 8 to 10 on the other side. Then I have a rotational plank into a plank knee tuck with an extension. So we're gonna be in this plank position, okay? We're trying to drive opposite knee to elbow as far as we can. So we're here, hands are at least shoulder width apart, okay? And we're going to rotate those hips and try and get that knee to that elbow, and then extend that same leg, okay? Tuck that knee in, extend to that elbow, and then extend that leg out. So it is a little bit of rotation on, not a rotation, but movement of your shoulder. As you bring that knee up to that elbow, you're going to rock forward just a little bit. It's a little easier, okay? So you have 8 on each side. You can choose to alternate that if it feels better and do 16 total, or you can just do all 8 and then switch sides, okay? Then, so that is circuit 1 that you will do for 20 minutes. And then circuit 2 over here is starting with a supine alternating leg and arm extension. So it's gonna be supine, so we're lying down, okay? And we're here, our legs are up, and we're extending one arm out as the other leg goes out as well, okay? So we're inhaling out, exhaling as you come in, so that you're pulling in with your core and not just your hip flexors, okay? So we're here, alternating, extend, come in, extend, come in. So you're alternating that for 12 to 16. Then we have a banded, I haven't done these for a while, but I love them. A banded single arm press. So we've got all the different bands out here. So pick a resistance that is good, okay? If I'm stepping on the band with my left foot, I'm pressing with my right, okay? So it's kind of when we come across. And I'm here, okay? And I'm extending up, and then I'm slowly bringing that band down. So it's a press up, and then it's a 3 count down nice and slow. So I'm not letting that band just pull my arm down. I'm trying to fight that resistance, so I'm getting that eccentric activation, okay? So I'm here, and then when I switch, I'll bring that band, I'll step with the other foot, press up, and then come down nice and slow, okay? So 10 on each side. Then we have a weighted bar, glute bridge press. You can use a weighted bar, you can use a barbell, you can also use 2 dumbbells if it's easier on your shoulders to do that. But we're here, okay? We're going to be up in that glute bridge, and as I press, I'm gonna be bringing that knee, one knee in, and then driving through that opposite glute, and come down, press, and drive that knee up, inhale down, exhale up, and you're gonna do that for 12 total. So you're just alternating that knee tuck, and each time one leg comes up, you gotta drive through the heel of that other foot to stabilize so that your hips don't shift when you bring that other leg off of the ground. So you got 12 total of those. Then we have a banded monster walk, which is, it is basically a squat walk, but our goal is to keep our feet in a wider stance. So we're gonna have that band around the tops of our knees, and we're trying to stay in this wide stance as we go back and forward. So we're gonna go, did you have them go back and forward or just forward?
Forward and back, but I let them choose.
So did they do 30 and 30?
No, 15 and 15.
15 and 15, okay. So we're gonna go 15 forward. Again, the point is to have pressure on that band so that those glutes are engaged. You're gonna go 15 forward and then 15 back, keeping a nice wide stance. Then our last one, this is fun. So, oh, I guess we leave that band. For this last one, we're gonna leave that band around our knees, and we're gonna do a seated, banded leg, what is it, adduction. So we're working on these outer thighs and these glutes. So we're gonna be here, and we're going out, wide, and in together. If you can, take your hands off, and you can be in this, what is it, the body hollow position, or put your hands on the ground just behind you, and you can even have your forearms on the ground, but you're gonna keep going out and in using those adductors and those lower abdominals. So you're breathing out, you're inhaling out, exhaling, coming in, okay? And that's it.